This is now loading for the week of November 11th, 2013. Things are very busy this week as we begin a whole new generation of consoles, so let's get right into it. It seemed like a long time ago that these two would never be able to get along. However, time heals all wounds, and Nintendo's stoic plumber Mario and Sega's iconic speed machine Sonic the Hedgehog seem to be on good terms as they head out for another stint at the Winter Olympics. The new edition of Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games brings 20 classic characters from both franchises together to participate in 16 Olympic events for a battle of athletic supremacy at the site of the 2014 Winter Olympics. New events making their way to this year's game on the Nintendo Wii U, including figure skating pairs and slope-style snowboarding. The fantastic XCOM Enemy Unknown, which rebooted the classic series, is getting a standalone expansion pack this week with Enemy Within. This title builds on the original release by continuing the story and adding a variety of new features, including new resources, the ability to research superhuman abilities for your soldiers, more than 30 new maps, and an entirely new class of enemy known as the Exalt. Fans of both the original games and the recent releases will definitely want to pick this one up. One of the big launch titles coming with the PlayStation 4 this week is an action game called Knack from SCE Japan, one of Sony's internal developers. Players will take control of a creature known as Knack, who has mysterious powers, as he wages war against invading goblins. As you progress through the adventure, you will discover relics and environmental powers that Knack can be equipped with that allow him to incorporate ice, metal, and numerous other elements and substances into his body and his abilities. Insomniac Games' dynamic duo of Ratchet & Clank are back for another outing on the PlayStation 3 with Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus. This is an entirely new adventure that is officially the last installment of the franchise's future series. After escorting the dangerous criminal Vendra to a detention center, Ratchet & Clank are left stranded when Vendra and his twin brother launch an escape plan at the facility. While struggling to recapture both criminals, the hilarious duo find themselves in the middle of an interdimensional crisis. This is classic Ratchet & Clank fun with all the crazy weapons, excellent platforming, and twisted sense of humor that we have seen for many years now. Sony's marquee title with the launch of their new system is Killzone Shadowfall. The game, which is the 6th chapter in the Killzone series, takes place 30 years after the events of Killzone 3. Although Helgen has been left in ruins, the war still rages on the planet. Refugees from the ravaged planet are attempting to resettle on the nearby planet Vecta, but are met with resistance, which spawns a cold war between the Vectan and the Helgen, which just happens to have volatile tendencies. In addition to the traditional gameplay, players can also fight it out online with their friends in a variety of multiplayer modes. And of course, obviously judging by the games I've listed this week, the big item hitting stores this week is the PlayStation 4. Sony's successor to the PlayStation 3 is finally here and ushering in the next generation of consoles for the industry. The new system brings a slew of new features to your living room, such as the ability to natively record and share gameplay and screenshots, enhanced social functions built into the system and its games, and the options to play on the go by streaming games to your PlayStation Vita over the internet, that is assuming you have one of the handhelds. Now, don't be discouraged, because the system may be a little hard to find both this week and in the coming weeks, because many major retailers have already sold out of their initial shipments. However, more should be trickling into stores as we make our way through the holiday season. As always, for more information on all these games and a whole lot more, make sure you head on over to GamingNexus.com.